for a chance to see it. We got a remarkable seat here. So I have to tell you, Jake, and I've seen official visits before. I haven't seen one quite like this.
Father Rosica, the English language media attaché for the Vatican, tell us what this moment is like for you. You know the Pope. You've been part of the planning for this moment.
It's an extraordinary moment. First of all, the joy is palpable, not only here, the joy in Philadelphia as we're talking here, as we're waiting here. There's 17,000 delegates to the World Meeting of Families watching this great event in Philadelphia. The people of New York, very, very happy that he's coming. What's happening here is for the whole world. The world is watching this particular visit. For me personally, the Holy Father is the Vicar of Christ. He's our leader. He's our shepherd. And when you know the shepherd, it makes an even bigger difference. His simplicity, his authenticity, his revolution of tenderness that he spoke about in Cuba, and this revolution of normalcy that he's ushered in. Because what he's doing is the work of a pastor. He's with people. He walks with people. The Archdiocese of Washington had this wonderful pastoral plan, Walk with Francis, as they prepared to welcome him. And the preparation here in Washington under Cardinal Wuerl's leadership has been outstanding.
Father Rosica, your colleague, Archbishop Joseph Kurtz, said that the Pope is, quote, coming as a pastor of souls and as a prophet, not as a politician. But we know that the Pope is not shy about sharing his views on what Catholics should think of political issues, what Scripture dictates. What do you think he plans to say to Congress, do you think?
As I said earlier this week, the playbook, the language of this whole visit is the language of the Gospel. It's the language of Evangelii Gaudium and Laudato Si. It's the language of a pastor. But whenever we apply that language in the Gospel to life, it inevitably involves politics, because politics is the way that we deal with one another and we deal with the world. The Pope is coming to wake us up, to take responsibility for our brothers and sisters. The Pope is coming to remind us of the sacredness and the dignity of human life. He's also coming to speak to us about the future of the family, the future of humanity that passes through the family, that wonderful expression of St. John Paul II. The future of humanity passes through the family. The Pope is coming to bless all of those situations, to stir us up. And yes, there will be political ramifications, because that means people are listening and people act upon his words. He's not just coming for a series of photo opportunities here. Now we see the first part of the delegation coming down the plane, the papal photographer, lined up on the runway there on the red carpet are representatives of the American Bishops' Conference. The first prelate to go up the stairs of the plane will be the Apostolic Nuncio to the United States.
We're hearing
Bishop Carlo Maria Vigano.
Father Rosica.
Greet the Pope.
Yeah, we're looking right now at these images, Father Rosica, of President Obama with his daughters. Jim Sciutto, tell us what you're seeing from your vantage point. We see the President and the First Family arriving right now. What else is going on there that you can see?
Well, I'll tell you, someone's walking in front of them, Jake, I'll note, with two umbrellas, because just as the Pope landed, a light drizzle began to fall. They're prepared, but no one, it's not bothering anyone at this point. Of course, behind the President, you have the Vice President with two of his granddaughters and his wife, Dr. Jill Biden, walking up. So you'll have this rare moment with the President, the Vice President, and the Pope, the leader of the Catholic Church, all on the same red carpet for this unprecedented, this truly unprecedented official welcome for a world leader to the U.S.
Where the Pope right now is in the jetway, we're expecting him to step off the aircraft at any moment. I think that we've been able to see him. Here he is.
And there he is.
hands with President Obama, First Lady Michelle Obama, their daughters Sasha and Leah, Michelle Obama's mother, Marion Robinson. Now he's shaking hands with the Vice President's family, meeting with that's the ambassador to the Holy See. Really remarkable and historic moment. This type of thing does not happen very often. Only the fourth Pope in the history of this nation to visit this nation. It's just a, you can feel the gravity of this moment, the history of it. I can't imagine what it's like where you are actually on the tarmac. Tell us what it is like.
I have to tell you, Jake, so I'm about 20 yards from the Pope and the President right now. You see the smile on his face. It reflects the energy of a man who inspires so many around the world, Catholic or not. We've had a small sample of that here in the relatively small crowd here by the standards of this trip. Some 300 or so kids here, a couple hundred adults. We're going to see thousands and tens of thousands, perhaps hundreds of thousands at other stops along the way. And remember, as the Pope shakes the hands of all the luminaries here, escorted by the President and the Vice President and the First Lady, remember that with this rope, this is probably his least favorite part of the trip. He's going to want to go shake the hands of the children. He's going to want to eat, as he will tomorrow, with homeless people. That's where the Pope is in his element. And you hear the screams of some of the children here just now. It's an energy that's been pent up these last couple of hours. They've been waiting for the moment to do this, giving him just the welcome he wants.
There are the school children. We've been told we're going to be here, 4 students, grades 1, 3, 5, and 7 from Catholic schools in the Washington, D.C. area, presenting His Holiness with flowers. What a remarkable moment for those
Jake,
children.
one other thing I'll add.
Yes, Jim?
This is a serious security event, as you know. Cast of thousands to keep him safe, but I've been seeing a lot of smiles on the faces of the Secret Service here. They know they're witnessing a special moment as well.
And what's next on the docket for the Pope and after this arrival ceremony, Jim?
He's going to get a private meeting, Jake, with the President and his family. A quiet moment. Just the President there, the Pope, his 2 daughters, and of course the First Lady with a White House photographer. You can also see the First Lady's mother just behind her there. He's going to have that quiet moment before he then proceeds to downtown D.C.
President Obama has met with Pope Francis before. In March 2014, they had a private meeting. They are said to have an excellent relationship, and tomorrow they will be discussing items where they can work together, items on which they agree.
Absolutely historic.
Catholic theology disagrees quite a bit with President Obama on his views on abortion, on same-sex marriage, on birth control, but on issues such as climate change, on issues such as